Hi, I'm Megan Barrett, and today we are going to be going over the flexible eating equation. And this is for calculating your macronutrients for the Embark Lifestyle Challenge 2.0 if you choose to do the flexible eating approach for your nutrition. All right, the Embark Lifestyle Challenge is going on from September 12th to November 7th. So if you haven't signed up yet, go ahead and go to challenge.therealrx.com and get signed up. Until August 28th, the price is $44, and it will increase to $49 after the 28th. All right, so we're gonna go through this. If you want some more information on flexible eating itself, please visit the website. It gives you the whole backstory of flexible eating, if flexible eating is gonna be right for you. For this video purposes, we're just gonna be going over how to find the numbers for flexible eating, okay? So the first thing that we're gonna go over is your multiplier. This is your lifestyle multiplier. So we're taking into account your training as well as your daily life, how active it is in your job or what you do in your daily life. So the first one is gonna be 11. So that's gonna be sedentary, if you're injured, if you just got a surgery or something like that. So basically you are not working out for whatever the reason may be. Next, 12 is gonna be trains less than 5 hours a week. 13 is 5 to 10 hours a week, and you're pretty active on the weekends. You're coming to the gym during the week, and you're active on the weekends. 14 is trains 10 to 15 hours a week, meaning you're pretty dedicated to fitness. And 15 is trains 15 to 20 hours per week, in-season competitive athletes, looking at 2-a-day trainings here, very, very dedicated to fitness on this level. All right, so when you're choosing your multiplier here, I don't want you to choose best case scenario. I want you to choose something that's pretty normal in your everyday life and something that is reasonable for you to hit the majority of the time. All right, now if you have an active job, you can add 0.5 to 1 on your multiplier. So if you have a super active job, go ahead and add 1. If it's somewhat active, then add 0.5 if you don't think that it merits adding a whole nother multiplier, another point to your multiplier. So in order to get what we're going to call TDEE, total daily energy expenditure, or what would be your estimated maintenance amount. So maintenance would be where calories in equal calories out. So you are not gaining any weight, you are not losing any weight, you're staying the same weight. That doesn't mean that your body composition isn't changing, but this is essentially the estimated number that you would need in order to stay at the same weight. Now we use the word estimated because everyone is different. We want you to try this out for about 2 weeks and see if this really is your TDEE, okay? The way that you will find that out is you step on the scale at the beginning, you'll step on the scale a couple times throughout the 2 weeks and see if you gain or lose weight during that time. So in the 2 weeks, if you lose weight, your TDEE is actually going to be higher than what we calculated. Whereas if you gain weight, your TDEE is actually going to be lower. So that's why we want to test it out and really find what that maintenance level is so that we can work off of that, whether you want to lose or gain weight as well. All right, so in order to find that TDEE, we are going to take your body weight in pounds times your multiplier, okay? So this is your total multiplier, so if you're adding 1 or 0.5 for the active job, you're gonna put that in here. So here we have 145 times 14 is 2,030, okay? So essentially, for myself, if I wanted to stay at the same weight, I would need to take in 2,030 calories. So that is my TDEE, or estimated maintenance here. So 2030, all right? Now, the first thing that we're going to calculate is your protein intake, okay? Protein is paramount, so that's why we are going to calculate it first. All right, so we're gonna take your body weight and change it into kilograms, all right? In order to change it into kilograms, we're gonna take our body weight in pounds times 2.2. So divided by 2.2. So 145 divided by 2.2 is 65.9. So we're gonna round up to 66, okay? We're gonna then take that number and multiply it by 2. So 66 times 2 equals 132. So that is my grams of protein I will be taking in, okay? Now we're gonna take a look over here, all right? Each gram of protein, fat, and calorie corresponds with a certain amount of calories, okay? So for every gram of protein, it accounts for 4 calories. So we're gonna figure out the total number of calories. So it's gonna be 132 times 4, and I'll check my math, and I get 528. Right. So now we know that my 132 grams of protein is going to account for 528 of my total calories up here. The next one that we solve for is fat. The fat is pretty easy. We're gonna take our weight in kg, and that's gonna equal your grams of fat. So the weight is 66 kg, so that's gonna equal 66 grams of fat. And then to figure out how many calories, for each gram of fat, it's 9 calories. So we're gonna take 66 times 9, and I need to check my math again. And that one equals 594 calories. All right, so we've solved for our protein and our fat, and based on that, that's how we are going to solve for our carbs. So you're gonna take your calories here, so it's 2030 minus our protein calories, 528, plus our fat calories of 594. And then we will end up with our carb calories, which equals 908. And from there, we know that the carbs count for 4 calories per gram. So we can then figure out the number of grams by 908 divided by 4 equals 227 grams of carbs. So our total is then 132 grams of protein, 66 grams fat, 227 grams carbs, for a total of 2,030 calories, okay? So that's how you will figure out your total number. Okay, so we figured out your total number of calories that you need, or your estimated number, to stay at maintenance. Now we're gonna talk a little bit about if you're looking to lose mass or gain mass. So if you're looking to lose mass, you're essentially going to be eating at a deficit here, okay? So what you want is your deficit should be anywhere from 100 to 600 calories per day, per day, less than your maintenance level here, okay? Now, the idea with eating at a deficit is that we want to eat as much as we possibly can while still losing weight, okay? So if you are a leaner person, so if you're leaner, we're looking at 100 to 300 calories less a day. If you have a little bit more weight to lose, then you can go to that 300 to 600. But keep in mind here that we still want to be eating as much as we can while losing weight. If you're losing any more than 1 to 2 pounds per week, that is most likely at the loss of muscle mass, okay? So we're trying to hold on to as much muscle as we can while losing the fat. Now, if you want to do that in order to calculate for your macronutrients, you will change this total number of calories. Essentially, it's going to change your carb intake here, okay? Now, if you want to be gaining weight or gaining muscle, you're going to be eating at a surplus, okay? Now, at the surplus, we're probably looking anywhere from 300 to 600 calories plus per day, okay? If you're looking to put on a lot of mass, this number can be upped. But once again, the same with losing weight, the same as the deficit, any more than a 1 to 2 pound gain per week is probably going to be fat and not muscle, all right? So there's just a quick little tutorial on how to figure out your numbers, a little bit about deficit and surplus, okay? If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email. It's Megan@therealrx.com, and that's Megan with an H, M-E-G-H-A-N. You can shoot me an email. If you've signed up for the challenge, you can then sign up for one of those 10-minute slots, and we can chat a little bit more about these numbers. I would like you to have your numbers already calculated so that we can delve in a little bit deeper to what you're looking for and your personal goals. All right, well, good luck and happy eating.